Welcome everyone. In this video we're going to look at some altcoins that I am looking to accumulate during September. September is historically a bearish month for crypto, which means that there's a possibility we will see some nice discounts on these projects. If you like this type of content, make sure to drop a like, give me a subscribe, and also check out my X for some daily alpha before it reaches my YouTube. This is not financial advice, always do your own research. First altcoin we're going to talk about is Delysium AGI. I have talked a lot about this project, so one of the main reasons why I think Delysium will do well is obviously because of Lucy. Lucy is going to be a Web3 operating system. Right now it's in its first stage and it basically acts like ChatGPT, but for more crypto specific queries and especially everything that has to do with Delysium. So as you can see here, I'm just playing around with some questions. It's able to obviously provide me with some basic on-chain analysis of AGI, how much the top holders are holding, etc. So really cool. This is only the beginning though, because like I said, Lucy will eventually be like an operating system. As you can see, the first stage is already completed. That's what we just saw. Second stage is going to be where you can follow through with transactions. So this is going to be huge. It's going to help so many people maneuver the blockchain technology, which is really hard for people, especially new people. Using decentralized exchanges is really something that can frighten a lot of newbies. So for Delysium to integrate this through their agent ID is crucial. And then finally, Lucy will become an operating system, which is where everything will come to fruition. So right now, I think Delysium is in a very good buying range. We're over 80% down from our all-time high. This project checks every single box for something that will pump. It's part of a narrative, the AI narrative, which I still think is going to be the best performing narrative this cycle. We still have so many things that can kick this narrative off. We have so many developments in the AI sphere. Nvidia again delivering good quarterly earnings. It's only a matter of time before we take off again with the AI narrative, in my opinion. I still think this project can do billions in market cap, already has a ton of good exchanges, but of course, missing the top tier ones. And for those of you who are wondering why they're not just buying exchanges right now, biggest mistake you can do as a team is buying an exchange when the market is red. That is a huge red flag, literally, because it shows that the team, they might be really good with tech, but they have to understand markets. No one cares about a tier 1 listing in a bearish market. So you want to release those during a bull rally. So that's probably what we're waiting for here. In other news, the team has delayed their vesting. Like I said, this one checks every single box for a nice rally. Next up, we got AI Tech, my most talked about altcoin. So many bullish things coming for this project as well. Probably due for another AI Tech video soon because these guys are extremely active. So there's always something to report on. They're also extremely active on Twitter. And this should comfort a lot of people when it comes to the negative price action with AI Tech. And that is the level of marketing. We've shown in my last AI Tech video, they have active marketing on CryptoRank, on CoinMarketCap, and last but not least, Twitter. Even though this is quote unquote organic marketing in the sense that you can theoretically do Twitter for free, this is not free. They've of course recognized that in order to stay relevant, they need to post every single day. This takes a lot of time, there's a lot of research behind it, and believe me, this is costly. Whether they have an internal employee that is doing this or they outsourced it, AI Tech knows that in order to stay relevant, it costs money. And I think this will reap the long-term benefits. There's a lot of great literature on this by, for instance, John Hall, top of mind. There's a reason why brands spend billions on marketing that's going to generate little to no benefit short term. It's the long term that matters. Okay, enough marketing talk. AI Tech, of course, has a lot of things coming up. GPU and AI marketplace. Data center is well on its way as well. It's going to take some time. Be patient. Trust me, you don't want it to be done right now. You want it to be done in a bull market. Same thing with the exchanges. AI Tech have a tier 1 listing coming up during 2024, but they're not going to get listed now, even though their marketing is obviously a testament to the fact that these guys are loaded. They're going to wait for bullish times because a tier 1 listing is a catalyst event. And until then, we sit patiently in the boat and we wait and we DCA during dips. And for those of you who are worried about the vesting is kind of harsh, but only in bearish times. The vesting is absolutely not going to be a problem when we switch bullish again, believe me. So at these levels right here, AI Tech is a great buy in my opinion. Right now it's even up a little bit. The VIP Discord picked this up at 6 cents during the dip a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I still think AI Tech has amazing potential. I still think this can be a top 100 project. It has what it takes. The risk to reward on this one is probably the best at least in AI. And don't forget, AI tech also has the GPU narrative going for it. This is a no-brainer in my opinion. At these levels, AI tech is a great buy. Next up, we got Tectum. I talked about this 100 times, but there's a reason for this. Recently saw a pretty nice pump with Tectum. Pretty sight to see, at least if you've been holding this for some time now. We bought at $5 and it pumped all the way up to $10 actually. And this was partially in response to people waking up to the technology behind this and a little bit of utility marketing with a KOL. And the cool thing about this is that we can actually see pumps like this in a bearish market. If this was during a bullish market, we would do significantly more. But nevertheless, for those of you who don't know, Tectum is both a layer 1 and a layer 2. Layer 1, we have the fastest blockchain in the world, 3.5 million TPS, and with the layer 2, we have a soft node component, which makes it possible to make transactionless payments. And this happens offline. I encourage you all to check it out, read up on it, understand why this is huge and a no-brainer in terms of the direction we're headed. This soft node app is going to be released very, very soon, so I'll keep you guys updated on this. But huge developments going on. You don't want to miss this one. So like I said, this is actually pumped quite a bit, but even though we pumped, I still think these are very good levels for accumulation. Next project is of course going to be Kaspa. I've talked a lot about this. I'm not going to spend too much time here. This is a no-brainer purely based on the chart. Forget the fundamentals for a second and take a look at this chart. This is the best chart in crypto. And the reason for this is obviously because it pumps, but that's not the main reason the chart looks like this. The chart looks like this because Kaspa has a cult-like following that refuses to sell anytime soon. I don't think I've ever come across a project with such a high community conviction that this is going to be worth multiple dollars. During my 7 years in crypto, I've never seen anything like this when it comes to conviction. So when my friends ask me today for crypto advice and they ask me for one coin that's going to 10x easy, I just give them Kaspa. There's no sell pressure, even in bearish times. Compare this chart to any other altcoin and you will see that this is a no-brainer purely because of the chart. Not to even mention the technology, it's solving the trilemma with its block tag. Also now has the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation, which will help with marketing and funding, probably help with some listings as well. I think Kaspa eventually will get a Binance listing. The only reason why they haven't gotten in yet is because it's actually fair launched. So Binance actually has to get their own bag of Kaspa in order to be able to list it. But this will happen eventually. And I even think that Kaspa will easily do multiple X's even without a Binance listing. So Kaspa, really a no-brainer still at these prices. And last but not least, we have Heroes on Mavia. The reason why this is on the list right now is I think it's very, very cheap. Gaming isn't really attractive right now. No one cares about it, but I still think gaming will bounce back sooner than people think. We only need one catalyst event, whether it be inside of crypto or outside of crypto. But based on the chart, it seems like we're forming a bottom around these levels. I suspect a support level at the $1 mark. The game is very similar to Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans is a billion-dollar company. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here, but rather following recipes that are proven to work earlier. Now, other than this, there are two things that make me extremely bullish on Heroes on Mavia. First, it's a mobile game where the target audience is clear. Same with other picks like OTK, which also has a very clear target audience, probably a bit younger. But my point is, there are so many gaming projects in crypto in which I look at and I think to myself, who the hell is going to play this stupid shit? They don't even know themselves. They don't even know how to market. So clear target audience, really good. Second thing that makes me extremely bullish about Heroes on Mavia is a lucrative business model that is going to fund marketing and T1 listings. They have in-game revenue streams and people spend an absurd amount of money on this. You don't actually need a big player base in order to make this work. If there's any veteran strategy gamers out here, please let me know in the comments. But there is a game called Travian that has been out for, I think, almost 20 years. It uses the same pay-to-progress model as Heroes on Mavia. And Travian is still active to this day and does not have a big player base, but have a die-hard community that is willing to spend a lot of money to progress. I know this because I used to play this a lot and also spent a ridiculous amount of money. So as long as you have a lucrative business model that can make sure that Scry Studios generates revenue, this will be marketed down our throats and this will secure tier 1 listings. So if we compare this to the likes of Axie last cycle, this is a better game than Axie in my opinion. But if you compare this all-time high of market cap of Axie Infinity to the current market cap of Mavia, we can see that there's a lot of potential. Does this mean that we will come anywhere near this? It's crypto, anything can happen, but most likely not. But even half of this or 1/3 of this, I'm okay with. Like I said, this is a better game, and at these prices, I still think you have a great opportunity of getting in early before gaming takes off. It is very crucial to be holding the right coins because only a small percentage of coins will pump, and you don't want to miss out on this because this can be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. In my VIP, I will help you with your portfolio. I am very critical when I'm reviewing, and I will call you out on your holdings if they're not going to pump during the bull run, because you're running the risk of losing a lot of money this cycle. Try it for 1 month. If you don't like it, you can leave. That's no problem, but you will see that the value for money is pretty good here. All this for $39. Prices will of course more than triple in a couple of months, so you can get in now and lock in this price. You can also pay for both yearly and lifetime with crypto. You will get a pretty nice discount. I hope to see you there. As always, take care and stay safe.